We have angry. Okay. Good evening, ladies. You are popping into the chat right now. If you have a Sonic, what is your Sonic drink of choice? And then I shared my husband's so you can try it. It is sweet tea lemonade mix with added in cranberry and strawberry. I tasted it today and it is definitely spectacular. It definitely is spectacular. I definitely get now why he loves it so much. Someone else said diet cherry limeade. That sounds amazing. I have not tried anything cherry from there. My go-to is always the peach slush. I don't know why, or the blue raspberry slush. I kind of live in my little box. I don't really venture out much on different things. This is the largest we have ever had. We have 26 people on right now on the live. I'm really excited for that. That is growth. The first week that we did this, we had 10 people on. The next week, I want to say it was like 12 or 15. Now the numbers are 26. That is what I say about consistency in our businesses. Consistency plus persistency equals currency in what we do. And because I started out with the bang with incredible training, people began to find me. And I think that is important to know for your business. When you are pumping out value, when you are giving spectacular content to the best that you can, your people will find you. No ifs, ands, buts about it. So give a shout out to my team. I'm wearing my Ambitious Beauty shirt tonight. I love you guys so much. Love you so much. I wear my Ambitious Beauties a lot. If I can't wear a shirt, I wear a hoodie because I carry you ladies with me everywhere that I go. I know that I represent us and all that I do. And I just love each of you so much. And I love all our Y sisters. So thank y'all for taking time to be here on a Tuesday night. You can be anywhere you want to be, but you chose to be here to invest into your business, grow your business. And I am honored and excited to be here. So tonight we're talking about goal setting, how to set your goals and how to achieve them. So the first week we talked about repurposing our vision. Who are we? Where are we growing? Where are we going? And how do we want to get there? So we set our goals out as far as what particular I'm on to. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rose. Miss Rosalind. I tell y'all what, Miss Rosalind is a hustler, you guys. She has like 4 grandchildren that live with her. 2 of them were preemie twins. Her mother also lives with her, and she works at the post office on top of what she does here at Unique. And she has not missed a day in 5.5 years of marketing her business. She is a pink status presenter, and she just keeps me really encouraged that regardless of what's going on around us, there is always something that we can be doing for our business, whether that's posting in our stories, posting on our timeline, following up with the customer, adding someone new. She says she's at work right now listening, and she's on 2 devices doing it because she doesn't want to lose this training. That's the type of passion we have to have, where we are at the trainings and implementing what we're learning as we're growing through it. So the first week we talked about vision and what was our vision and where are we growing. The next week we talked about sexying up our verbiage. And how do we do that? By offering the benefits of our products in our post. And we're using captivating verbiage that attracts our customers and who we want to be, using that fact sheet, using adjectives and descriptive words that describe what we have and what we offer, how we solve a problem for something that they don't even know what we have. Remember, the saying is a good salesman solves a problem. A great salesman solves a problem that you didn't even know that you had. That is what you want to do. That is who we want to lean into. And we talked about sexying up our verbiage around being able to offer more through the benefits. Last week, we got a little bit of fun and we did role playing. So we recouped what we talked about sexying up your verbiage. And if you have been applying this and seeing results as far as using adjectives in your descriptive words or letting people know the ingredients that are in our products and what they do for their skin, for skincare or makeup, will you drop it in the comments? Who is having success with this new way of speaking about how we sponsor? How I said, we're not just going to say we have a $400 kit. We're going going to throw in the things of being able to work remote and work from home and how we were the gig economy. And if you were not able to attend those trainings, I highly suggest you go back and recap with it, because it's extremely important to know that how we marketed 10 years, 5 years, 3 years ago is not the way we market now. And the gig economy, we're the answer to it. And I talked about verbiage that you can use around that. And then we did a little bit of role playing. We tried to, because last week was overcoming objectives. So we talked about the 3 main objectives to this company. Or what am I trying to say? The 3 main objectives for our company for overcoming objectives. That was a tongue twister, which are not enough time, not enough money, not enough confidence. Any excuse or any reason that someone gives you is going to fall somewhere under those 3 categories, right? So we got some success going here. Yes, sexing up my verbiage, great success. Signed up 9 last month. I feel like I know more of who my audience is now. Excellent. I am finding my audience. Great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love this so much. So tonight we are building on, we got the vision. We know how to talk now. We know who we're talking to now. How do I dominate in this? So that goes back to setting goals and achieving them. Really what this is called is the law of average. How many of you have heard of the law of average? Just shoot a yes or no in the chat if you have ever heard of the term law of average. So many of us set goals, and I'm going to use small numbers because I am not a mathematician, okay? I am a mascara slanger. I am not good with math. So we're going to say the law of average. The law of average is basically how many people you have to talk to before you get a yes. Lots of yeses going on here. This is awesome. So this is basic things, what I teach my new presenter. You can take it, tweak it, add it, take away from it, or may not even like it. But this is what I do personally each week when I started my business. The law of average is you go through a list of people contacting people and you write down every name that you contact. And then you stop at the person that said yes. And then you go back and you count all the no's that you got before that yes. That is your law of average. It is how many no's that you get before you get a yes. Okay. Why is it important to know that? If you are setting a goal where you want to sell 3 mascaras this week, but you know your mascara coverage or conversion is 1 in 10 people tell you yes, you know that is 30 conversations you have to have this week in order to get the 3 mascara sales that you want. Now, here's the great thing about this. You will be able to get better at it. The greatest salesman in the world still get to know. They're like the best average that I have heard ever. And of course, we don't get to verify to know if it's true or not, has been 1 in 3. Now, most of the people in our company that I know, we're 1 in 5. My average is 1 in 7. Okay, so my goal is to get to 1 in 5. So we know that, right? We know we have to talk to 30 people in order to get 3 people to say yes, within hopes that our number will begin to shrink. Well, we can talk to 1 in 7 or 1 in 5 or 1 in 3 before we get the yes. Why is this important? When you set a weekly goal, I suggest setting it on Sundays. I personally suggest running it Sunday to Sunday. We talked about a content calendar. We're going to talk about it again week after next. Next week, we have a guest speaker that will be on for you. So she's going to go over upping your PRS and how to be able to get sales with your PRS. And then I'll be back the next week talking about the content calendar, how to create one, and all the things. But I suggest doing that on Sundays. Go ahead and figure out what you're going to talk about for the next 7 days and how you're going to incorporate your law of average into your content calendar. Being extremely intentional is what's going to set your business on fire. So if your focus this week is 3 mascaras and you know it is 1 in 30. So outside of the 30 conversations that you're going to be having, how many times a day are you going to post in your story? How many polls are you going to put in your story? How many videos or reels are you going to post or lives will you do? Make sure that your lives are small and compactable where people are able to get the information and leave quickly. Some people can do the get readies with me's and be on 45 minutes. Most of us are busy and we can't do that. But what you can do is already have your foundation and lips and stuff done. So this, since this month is eyes, and pop on and do one eye on the live and finish the other eye on the reel if you want, or vice versa. You do the reel first and come on and finish the second eye on live. People like small, compact information. Okay. You can simply do a live this month on the pencils that are in stock, showing, wiping your eye on the live, showing how it is smudge proof and resistant. Right now, I'm doing a 7-day challenge on my page where I'm literally putting the vitamin C on every day for 7 days. That cleared me up from having to do makeup every day, because the next 7 days for me, I know, our grieving period. My daughter's birthday is next week. She would have been 6 if she was still here. So I needed to set a goal that was achievable for me with where I am in life right now. That's point number 2. So point number 1 is knowing your law of average. Point 2, setting a weekly goal. It's going to hold yourself accountable. It's going to allow you to lean in to be able to hold yourself accountable. And you are able to decide how hard you want to run based off of the circumstances that are around you. So like, I knew I still needed to sell. I knew I still needed to be present, but I also knew I needed to be gentle with myself over this next week. So what did I do? 7-day challenge. It's subscription. I'm going to take my collagen on live. I'm going to do my serums with my vitamin C, put it on my face, let them see it. I did real-time reaction today, took a before photo, got off. The live was all of 10 minutes, and I plan to do that every single day through these next 7 days. So knowing your law of average, setting a weekly goal on Sundays, creating a schedule that works for what you're grieving with, or works for what works for your business that week. If you know you're going out of town, or little Johnny has a baseball game, or you're going to be grieving like in my case, or you know that there's something that you need to study for a test that you're in, whatever your life circumstance is, your weekly goal should reflect whatever you have going on in your reality. Point 4, the goal needs to be a reality goal. A lot of us get so ambitious or want to jump through hoops or overcome something that we don't allow ourselves the space to grow into the shoes that we want to feel. So we'll set a goal of, I want to sell 30 mascaras this week, but you know you can only work your business 2 hours this week based off of all the things you have going on, unless you are really sharp with the follow-up and have an amazing law of average. It's most likely not going to happen that 30 mascaras are going to hit within 5 to 7 days, with you working 2 hours the whole 7 days. Does this make sense? The chat is really quiet. Okay. I always get weirded out about that when people are like way too quiet, because I'm like, am I going too fast, or is this just information they already know? You know, you can kind of play with yourself mentally, but understand that if you have set a goal repeatedly and not hit it, it is because you didn't know how to properly track, or you didn't know how to set your business on fire. So one of the things that I want you guys to have, and I will send this with the replay, is the daily tracker chart. Your company sales should end on a daily tracker chart in order for you to be on track for whatever goal you have set for the month, as far as a color status, promotion, or requalification is. So like, I've had several people where they would be like, I thought I was going to hit pink this month. Well, pink is like $57 and some change a day. So I had to ask her, were your company sales moving at $56 a day for you to think that you were going to hit that by the end of the month? And she, of course, had no idea what I was talking about. That's why I said this call was more for the business builders tonight, because you have to know your math numbers in order to be able to hit something. You don't want to get to the last 48 hours of the month, see that you have $1,200, $1,500 in sales, and now you're killing yourself for 48 hours to get that other $500. When you can track it for green and know company sales have to move $300 every day in order for me to hit green on the last day of the month. So if you fall behind, you hit that 300 the first through the third, but you fall a little bit behind on the fourth, I would not wait till the 20th to catch up for the difference of what you missed on day 4. That's the importance of tracking and knowing your numbers and knowing where you're growing. So that's basically all tonight is. If any of you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. But I just really wanted to just focus in on that and not give too much meat this time, because I have a tendency of going overboard with these trainings because I get really fired up. But that's the main thing I want you to know. The disappointment can be combated. The goal that is set can be overcame if you know the numbers and know what you're working with and know where you're growing. So if you know your numbers are 1 in 30 and you find out your girls' numbers are 1 in 30, and you have 4 people that could potentially help you get to pink status, and all of you are 1 in 30 for your average, you know that's 200 people between the 4 of you, all of you need to talk to. So you should be setting challenges around how many people we need to talk to. And guess what happens? The more people you talk, the easier the conversations get, the smaller your law of average will become. When I started, mine was like 1 in 80 because I was copy paste queen and I was sending the same thing to every single person and was churning and burning was the term that I came up with, either sink or swim, right? I'm sending it to any and everybody. And if they responded back, I was following up. And if they didn't, oh well, because they go to the wayside when it's really not true. We know now that we have to customize our messages, meet people where their needs are, and be able to niche down to exactly what people want. But when I joined, it was kind of just throw poop at the wall and hope something sticks. So now that we know better, we can do better, and we can use our numbers to better benefit us. Now, we always talk about the mascara math. I personally do not feel like you guys should be settling for $32 mascara sales. You're going to exhaust yourself, and it is a lot to commit to selling 140 mascaras, right, in 2 weeks. Can it be done? Absolutely. I've seen it. I've done it. I've helped people achieve it. But it's much easier, right? Much more luxury, much more fluent to get people to buy $100 packages, because now you just got almost 3 $32 sales versus having to find 3 people to buy $32 sales. Okay. So get your packages, create your package, and do, in my opinion, what is called frequency marketing. And we'll talk about that week after next, the week after the next. So we have a guest speaker next week. The next week will be content calendars. And then the next week we'll talk about frequency marketing. So easy peasy. Messages sent to people who have already relationships with already. You don't have to have a relationship with people. Cold messages work also. Yeah, cold messages work also. I just started a couple months ago and I'm not selling much, but I'm sending out links, and my law of average having link is 1 of 12. Oh, that's awesome. She said she just keeps talking. That's exactly it. Just keep on talking. How do you send messages without feeling spammy? I do choke on messaging. I can bring it up in conversation, but just to message, I'm not sure how to do it. Are you messaging about the opportunity or product, Tammy? Well, last week I gave how I message for business, and that's cold marketing or warm, because you don't know who knows you and who doesn't, right? But the main message is the same. Why haven't you partnered with me in business yet? They're going to tell you exactly why they haven't, and it's easy peasy. I don't like the hey girl, how are you doing? And like the back and forth. I personally don't do that because it doesn't come across genuine to me. So if I am messaging you about business, I personally just keep it business, but I also market that way on public platforms. I don't think people perceive me as someone that is in their inbox, hey girl, in them. So because I market very assertive, like I don't want to waste your time, I message in the same way, if that makes sense. So if I'm hey girl in somebody, it's because I genuinely care, right? And they're my friend and I know them, and I'm checking on them. Hey girl, hey is not for everyone in my book, because everyone isn't on a friend level for me, but I do know some people that works for them. So it's about whatever your verbiage is. So I don't do the hey girl, how are you, blah blah blah. I'm just, hey girl, I got a question for you. I can take it. Tell me the truth. Why haven't you partnered with me in business yet? Exactly, Jennifer. Hey girl works for some people. So Just knowing your law of average is what I really wanted y'all to know. And I wanted you to know it early enough in the month, with it being the 7th, that you have plenty of time to apply this and to take your businesses through the next level. Now, I do have a question about this vitamin C before I let y'all go. Today was the first day that I have used it. Can all y'all see me? Is it supposed to look like this, where it's like peeling all over the place? Because it did that on the live, like that. My whole face turned white. Now I was like, I don't know if that's supposed to be, and do I supposed to leave it like that? Is it supposed to stay, or I'm a little bit confused at what this vitamin C is supposed to be doing. So I'm going to use more serum next time. That may have been the issue. It's what I was thinking. It dissolved in my hand, but I didn't apparently know how to apply it. So like, I feel like my face is like, every time I move it, I can feel the residue lifting, and it's like all over my face. So I'm like, I don't think this vitamin C applied properly. I don't think I did it right.
Yeah, more serum, add more serum, make it more liquidy.
Okay, my goodness. Well, it was hilarious. All the people watching definitely had a good laugh with that. But like that, I made myself look silly, and that's one of the things that, you know, worked for marketing for me. So don't be afraid to learn with them. When these shadows come in, go ahead and start doing it. Go on live and tell them, I've never used this before. I don't even know what I'm doing, but we're going to see how this goes together. Make sure you rub it in well and use more serum. Got it. All right. I know tomorrow I'm doing a 7-day challenge right now. I'm taking my collagen and doing the vitamin C every day for 7 days on the live. So, all right. Well, I love you guys. Let's get your affirmation of the day. And I'm going to let y'all go. I feel good about tonight. I didn't give too much information. Y'all don't look overwhelmed. This is so good. You're welcome. Spirit that we have for them tonight. I don't know if any of you are a part of prayer or like spiritual time, but I host a 5 a.m. Central call that you guys can hop on with praywithkanisha.com. It's every morning at 5 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Central. I'm going to get this. Your affirmation is, I listen to my intuition and I trust my inner guide. If it feels like it has been wacky for you recently, we just had a full moon. So your energy is going to shift during full moons. People are going to get wacky. Things fall out of line. Things fall in alignment. So don't resist all the changes that is happening, because it is meant for you. I listen to my intuition and I trust my inner guide. 2 is the number of prosperity and goodness and greatness. And then y'all already know, can't get diamonds without some pressure. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great night, and I will see y'all not next week, but the week after. Have a good night.